Hi, I hope it's working. If you can hear me, maybe just give a thumbs up. But I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So, happy Friday. My name is Mitzi Perkins, and I'm from South Louisiana, hence the accent. I have people comment on it all the time, so I'll just go ahead and apologize in advance. A little bit about me. I have been a coach for a little less than 2 years now, and just yesterday, my team and I locked in Lifetime 5 star. So we're currently pushing for Elite and hoping to lock it in by the end of next month. It's been super fun and challenging couple of years of growing my business, and I'm really excited and maybe a tad bit nervous to be talking to you today about providing value on social media. Social media is an amazing tool. It gives us the ability to connect with people from all across the world without ever having to leave home. As a coach, it's vital because essentially it's our storefront. So when people come across your social media page, they need to feel welcome, connected, and they need to know that you have something to offer them. There are several ways to connect with people on social media. And when creating content, it's important that you know who you're speaking to. If you use your business activity tracker, you know that at the top there's a section to identify your target market. Beachbody intentionally set it up that way so that we would have a constant reminder of who we are talking to. I once heard someone say that if you are talking to everyone, then essentially you're talking to no one. So when writing posts you want others to connect with, it's important that you remember who you are speaking to and that you speak directly to them without trying to generalize the topic to include everyone. So, just for example, my target market is people like me, busy working moms who are trying to find and love themselves again in their postpartum bodies. So, when I draft posts, specifically with a call to action, I'm addressing those busy working moms. I don't try to generalize my topic to include men because men are not my target. So, tip number one on providing value on social media is to speak directly to your target audience. Another thing that I believe is super important is being real. So, in my experience, if you try to be someone that you're not, people are going to read right through you and they definitely won't feel connected. You want people to be able to get to know the real you. And when they come to your page, you want them to see who you are. You want them to feel like you're more than just Facebook friends or someone that they follow on Instagram. You want them to feel like they know you personally. So this allows them to feel an emotional connection to you and your content, which will more than likely lead to a response instead of them just scrolling by and not even stopping to see what you posted. So while pretty filters in Photoshop are amazing tools, I believe that if you want to provide value to your target market, you need to be real and you need to let them get to know the person behind the screen on a more personal level. Another thing that my team likes to train on is being colorful when it comes to social media. We have a color wheel that we fill out with different hobbies, interests, or qualities that we use for posting ideas. Beachbody is amazing. And of course, as coaches, we bleed Beachbody blue, but it's important that we use our social media platforms to connect with people on levels other than just health and fitness, so that when we do send that invite, we have already built a connection elsewhere. Some examples of a color wheel categories or posting about your kids or your pets or faith or home decor or fashion. Really, whatever interests you and makes you individual. I've also had great success engaging with others by asking questions. People love to give their opinions on social media, and this is a super simple way to start a conversation. So, just to recap really quick, speak to your target audience, be real, and be colorful. I notice that when I'm struggling with content for posting, it's most likely because I've also been slacking on my personal development. PD is perfect for ideas on creating content. I've even found success in using PD tidbits on my workout story clips. So this way, when people come and view my story, it's not just Mitzi working out again. they'll find value in the words that I use on my stories. I want them to keep coming back and keep watching. So sometimes I'll use motivational quotes or things that really spoke to my soul when I was doing personal development, and I'll share that on the clips of my stories. Recently, one of the leaders on my team also talked about posting for you. And I love this because my target market is people like me. So, what if there were no likes or comments? Then what would you post? You want to create posts that you will be proud to see a year, 2 years, or 5 years from now. And this is so funny because just this week, my Facebook memories reminded me of a post that I made 11 years ago, long before Beachbody ever entered my life. It said, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more wisdom. Oh, don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenges, wish for more wisdom." When I saw this pop up in my memories, it made me proud. And it also pushed me to get through this final week of my 5 star hole because I had all of the self doubt flowing through my mind. So when you are posting, don't just post for comments. Post something that you would be proud to read 3, 5, or 10 years from now. And of course, you want to use bright lighting images or infographics to draw in your audience into reading your actual content. I've also found it to be extremely helpful to break up text into lists, bullets, or subheadings to make reading much easier. If you're anything like me, I'm more likely to read something that engages me right off the bat. So, if all I see is a huge paragraph of words flowing into each other, I'm probably just going to scroll by. But if you break it down into bullets or short text box, people are more likely to come back and read through it if you keep engaging them in your content. I am by no means a social media expert. I have built my business over the past couple of years using mainly Facebook, and it wasn't until Summit of last year that I even broke down and created an Instagram. But I think that no matter what platform that you use, it's important to find what works best for you because what works for you might not be what works best for me. So you have to figure out what it is that works for you and what makes you an individual. So to bring it all together and recap, the best tips that I have for you on providing value on social media are: number one, know who you're talking to. Speak directly to them. Don't try to generalize your content to fit everyone. Remember that if you're talking to everyone, then you're talking to no one. Number two, be real. Don't try to be someone that you aren't. People will feel the most emotional connection if you let them get to know the real person behind the screen. Number three, be colorful. Connect with your audience on topics other than just health and fitness. I think that this can relate back to being real as well. You have to let them get to know the real you in more than one light. Number four, use personal development to help with content ideas. If you're struggling with writing posts, it probably means that you need to do some PD. Remember that the content that speaks to you will most likely speak to your target audience too. So put your own personal twist on it and put it out there for the world. Well, for your target audience because you're not targeting the world. And last but not least, don't post for just likes and comments. Post content that you'd be proud to see 3, 5, or 10 years from now, even if no one liked it. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you all have a great weekend.